stood in front of the classroom and I thought,
Yo, Jenkins, bro, what's the deal? This is seriously the third time you've shown this introduction. I'm getting totally bored here. I'm glad you brought that up, Casper, and you just now proved my point. I'm using repetition to teach you 3 concepts. Patience, of which you have none. Tone. And finally, respect. So fear not, rich young lad. You'll be back to snorting lines and shushing down the slopes in no time. Shaw!
My age definitely played a role in how I experienced that class.
Meta cognitive analysis. Tone.
There are easily 3 ways I can interpret the question, what the fuck do you teach, when reading it without fully knowing your meaning as a writer. And it's your job as a writer to make your meaning clear. It's not my job as a reader to try and guess what you really mean. And of course, as an empath, those different meanings can send me in multiple directions as a reader. If we take a look at an extension of psychologist Robert Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions that he developed in 1980, we can begin to think about words, emotions, and the numerous possibilities that emotions manifest, develop, and spread out all at the same time. All from within the microcosm of one simple question. What the fuck do you teach? You ever have your parents or teachers say to you, "I don't like your tone, mister"? Well, I have. And this whole Facebook argument of what the fuck do you teach was on Facebook a few years ago with conservative neighbors of mine down the street. And this was during the whole Colin Kaepernick taking a knee time period a few years ago. I posted on my neighbor's page a Bill Hicks video where he talks about patriotism.
I was over in Australia and I was, "Are you proud to be an American?" I was like, I don't know. I didn't have a lot to do with it, you know. My parents fucked there, that's about all. I was in the spirit realm at that time. So, fucking Paris, but they couldn't hear me because I didn't have a mouth. I was a spirit without lungs or a mouth or vocal cords. They fucked here. Okay, I'm proud. I hate patriotism. I can't stand it, man. It makes me fucking sick. It's a round world last time I checked, okay?
Go listen to it. Bill Hicks was brilliant. Which is why I have one of my characters in my first film trailer, Colonel Schaffhausen von Cracker, standing in front of an American flag that was made in China. Nine! Seriously, yo. The fucking thing was made in China. So, for starters, America, if you want to have an adult, calm, rational, sit-down conversation about concepts like patriotism and words like irony, for example, then I'm more than willing, because yelling at each other on Facebook, using all fucking capital letters is not working for anybody. And I think this is something we really, really need to do as a country. What's tone got to do with it? What's tone but a second-hand emotion? Welcome back. Film trailer number 1, anger. Okay, if that's your tone, which was probably my reaction at the time to that Facebook comment, then I'm going to go on the defensive, utilizing my own anger filtered through humor and satire in the film trailer about how I was treated as a college instructor of English by my so-called colleagues. What I perceive to be the total joke that education has become in my lifetime, and the fact that you cheap bastards can't even afford to pay us teachers hazard pay when you're spoiled rotten, miserable little darlings can't cope with apparently anything in life without fucking going postal on people. Anger.
And then all of a sudden, when I'm about to reach an epiphany, overhear from somewhere, "Oh, Ching Chong Ling Long Ting Tong." Oh! Are you freaking kidding me? In the middle of finals week. So being the polite, nice American girl that my mama raised me to be,
My neighbors and I have known each other for years, but since the Trump presidency, there's been a noticeable divisiveness between us, and as I've noticed, between other people throughout the community of Carson City and the entire nation as well. But if my neighbors and I had been arguing in real time instead of online, and I'd heard, "What the fuck do you teach, bro?" said with laughter because, possibly with a little bit of ball busting because, we're friends, instead of me just reading it and not knowing how you're saying it, then that could have shown me your discomfort as you're learning something new while still truly, hopefully, wanting to know what it is that I teach. Hence, my own plea through film trailer number 2 to show everyone out there in the world that your teachers are affected so many different ways from their students, and oftentimes, it's quite traumatic for us in its own right. Because as student writers, you have not learned yet how to write well, nor have you certainly learned how to take the time to think about the potential weight of your words.
So I don't know how much of school I'm going to attend, but I'm going to go in and talk to my deans and everyone and hope that I can try and balance it all. But I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
Flash forward to now, film trailer number 3. So the question with another tone could have been, "What the fuck do you teach?" Which, if I'd seen it in real time, would have shown me a sincere level of frustration that the other person could have been expressing, which also could have been turned into what is called a teachable moment. And as a teacher, that's absolutely no skin off of my back, because if I notice a student with having troubles, difficulties, I have no problem sitting down and saying, "Hey, what's wrong? Talk to me. Let's try to figure this out." The problem with language is its vague nature, and writing teachers teach students the subtle nuances that can make or break conversations. Huh?
Well, my experiences with the 18 and I'd say the 20 and under people in my class was interesting. I hope I'm not one of those middle-aged women who sees them as, punk kids. Some of them were ridiculous. But you have to wonder why they're ridiculous, and they're not ridiculous to themselves. They're not ridiculous to their friends. They're ridiculous to me because I have the benefit of, 20-something years on them. I've been in my current career for close to 30 years, and I want something different for the second half. Thought it would probably take me 10 years to become a psychiatrist, and I should get started.
Yo, Jenkins, bro. And the reason I'm showing this clip with a former real-life student of mine, Vanessa, is because parents, especially you rich parents out there, your child is not the only person in the classroom, because there are other people who are trying to make very serious changes in their life, for whatever reason that may be. And it's my job to corral your children, whatever age they may be, whatever socioeconomic background that they come from, into a cohesive classroom, moving forward into the future that is hopefully bright, shimmering, caring, compassionate, and respectful of not only of yourself, but of others around you. That's what the fuck we teach.
I stood in front of the classroom and I thought, I am teaching college. I am teaching college students how to write. And that was so gratifying. And then seeing the light bulb moments with the students. You know, to see the people that the light bulb suddenly went off. You know, think, I get it. And it's so exciting to see that.